I'm Griffin Oskar, and this is how I produced All Night by Big Boy. So I started the track by coming up with the piano part. I was just sitting down at my keyboard, and I had been learning this little blues thing that I thought was cool, and it went a little bit like this. But I really liked that little movement because it slides from this note to this note. So I thought that would be cool to use in something. So I started messing around with that a little bit, and then ended up coming up with the first half of the All Night line that goes like this. And then from that, I just was messing around and experimenting, trying different chord progressions, seeing what felt right, until I came up with what ended up being the final part. Once I had the basic melody for the piano written, then it was time to record it into Logic and find a cool sound for it. I didn't really want to go with the stock sort of grand piano sound, so I thought it would be cool to do upright piano, because that's a little more sort of old-timey and an interesting vibe. So I found this instrument made by a company called 8DIO, and it's basically just an upright piano library that sounds great. So I went in there and did some tweaking to the sound so that it sort of responded the way that I wanted to. And then from that point, I went in and did some editing to the notes of the piano. I took some of them and I pushed them just a little bit off time, because I felt like that made it sound more natural, like someone was actually playing a piano. Once I went in and did those tweaks, the piano part sounded like this. There's another piano part that comes in the chorus that sort of holds down the low end a little bit. And then once I had that down, I added some drums and some bass. And those sort of elements right there probably make up 85% of the track. So once I sent it off to my publisher, they put together the team, which ended up being Lunch Money Lewis and Chloe Angelides and Lil Aaron and Luke and Circuit, and worked on the song a little bit, and then sent it off to Big Boy, who ended up really liking the song, and he wrote on it and recorded his verses at his spot in Atlanta, and then sent the files back over to LA, and then we finished up the song, did another day to do the bridge part with the little acoustic guitar, and that's how All Night was made.